How's it going, everyone? My name's Omer. Welcome back to the third edition of our Mill predicted lineup videos. If you've not seen the last couple, what we do is we sit on our news at den squad selector, which we can see here, and predict what might be the formation and also the lineup that Gary Rat will go for when we hear team news at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Obviously, we play Blackburn Rovers in our first home league game of the season. If you're not sure what to expect from the game on Saturday, then make sure you've checked out our predictions and also our preview the game in our latest podcast. Myself and Kai sat there on Wednesday and obviously previewed the game. Said a bit about Blackburn, but obviously more so about us and how we might be able to beat them on Saturday. Hopefully, we do win. I'm quite confident going into the game. If you've seen this prediction league video that I put out yesterday, you'll see that I think we might actually quite comfortably win on Saturday. My heart's speaking. I know it is, but I'm guilty of it. I'm excited for the new season. Obviously, we only got a draw last week, but I think we will get the 3 points on the board on Saturday and hopefully the start of a season that we will remember for a long while to come. So let's get into the 11 anyway. I think, no arguments about who we're going to go for in goal. I'm going to go Bartosz Białkowski. On this selection here anyway, George Long, I thought had a decent game Tuesday night against Portsmouth. A little bit culpable for the goal perhaps, maybe dived a bit too early, committed to it, but obviously the shot went the other way. But aside from that, I think Long looks to be a real good understudy, an improvement on Frank Fielding. But for now, you can't go against the Bartman. Obviously, back-to-back player of the season for a reason. And solid last Saturday against QPR nonetheless as well. In the heart of defence, I'm going to keep in Sean Hutchinson. Obviously, he played there last week and also played there on Tuesday night against Portsmouth. And dependable as ever. And I think we are a better team in defence when he plays. I said it last week, he's a bit of an unsung hero for us, where, you notice him when he's gone more than anything with Sean Hutchinson. And I think, he's going from strength to strength. The longer he's in the team, obviously he's got the captain armband as well whilst he's in the side. And he's obviously leading from the back by example with the two younger centre-halves next to him. We'll go into left centre-half. Obviously, I think probably more settled position out of the two available to choose from in centre-half positions. Having said that, with Cooper at left centre half, I think who will go for. That doesn't say nonetheless about Murray Wallace, because I thought he was really dependable last Saturday against QPR, a tough opposition, and he made himself look like exactly what we expect from him, a dependable backup and someone that will step in and do a job, whether that be a left centre half, whether it be a left wing back, centre half in the middle, right centre back. I think you can play him anywhere, and Murray Wallace will be that dependable head. Having said that, it was nice to see Jake Cooper come back in the other day against Portsmouth, and I think he is the natural left-sided centre half option for us. He's just obviously more dependable, and I think he's consistent. Is it 120 games in a row he played for us before his injuries? And, I think with Cooper in the side, he offers that threat in the box as well, both sides, not only defending, but also going forward. Right centre half, now, I was quite, I'm not sure who to go for here in a sense, because Ballard was really dependable last Saturday. Having said that, Ryan Leonard played really well against Portsmouth on Tuesday. I like to forget who we played there. But I think with that said, I think we'll revert back to Ballard in centre half, and I think we might see Leonard play in midfield, which I'll get onto in a second. Right wing back, again, position that's hotly competed with. Obviously, Danny McNamara started in the league game on Saturday, and Marlon Romeo playing on Tuesday. I think McNamara will come back into the side. Nothing against Romeo. I think Romeo was actually quite decent on Tuesday. His output going forward is just a little bit left to desire compared to Danny Mac. I think that McNamara's got a little bit of more quality to cross balls into the box, a bit more direct with his passing as well. Saw at times on Tuesday, Afobe's looking for that fast ball forwards, and I think McNamara could pick him out more likely than Romeo. And obviously, McNamara done nothing wrong on Saturday, so for me, he should keep his position in the side in the league. Left wing back, I think no contention here. Scott Malone, obviously got his goal on Tuesday, which will do him the world of good. Hopefully, he scores another on Saturday. He just bombs forward. I think a lot of people picks up on it. He's just attack minded. His defensive work is obviously a little bit left to be desired, but I think that's why the three at the back supports that. Allows the wing backs to bomb on, and Malone going forward is just a constant threat on that left side of the pitch. Next to him on the left side of midfield, I'm going to go with George Savile. Obviously, we've seen it. He's picked up a position on the left side. He played it on Saturday. It was a bit weird because halfway through the game, he swaps Savile and Evans around, and I think he was looking for a bit more, that cutting in instinct from the midfielders. But I think George Savile will play on the left side. Again, another player that scored 2 goals from our left side on Tuesday night. And I think, you could tell on the Saturday it was maybe a game too soon for him. He obviously was hit by isolation due to COVID rules in pre-season. But I thought Tuesday night we saw the best of George Savile, kind of picking up a goal obviously, on the edge of the box. A really smart finish as well. And I think he'll just go from strength to strength. In the heart of midfield, quickly becoming one of my favourite players, Michael Kieftenbelt. Saw an interview with the club media the other night, and the fella's just contagious. I think he is obviously what we're all about. He loves a tackle, loves, playing with fans in the stadium, and I think he'll just go from strength to strength. More fans in the stadium on Saturday equals a better Kieftenbelt performance for me. And hopefully he does the business on Saturday against a tricky Blackburn midfield. Right side of midfield. Now, this is where I think Leonard's going to come in. I was going to go George Evans because obviously he played Saturday. He sat out Tuesday's game, naturally been rested. It's really up for grabs here, but I think Leonard really played himself into the side, albeit from the centre-half position. I think Leonard's going to come in, offer that bit more dynamism. One of you correct me in the comments below. But I think what Leonard does is he picks the ball up and travels with intent. Defenders don't like that. We saw it with the second goal on Tuesday night. You know, he's intent to run forward. Portsmouth didn't pick him up, and eventually it culminated with, I think, George Savile's goal. So, you know, I'm hoping Leonard can play in midfield. I think he's, you know, match fit now. I think that was the problem before last Saturday. I think he would have played instead of Evans if he was 100% fit. Again, he was injured, obviously, at the start of pre-season. But, you know, with Leonard's fresh from a new deal as well that he signed last Friday, I just think he's going to go from strength to strength this season. And hopefully, touchwood doesn't get injured, will be one of our standouts this season. And on to the last two up front. Jed Wallis obviously played Tuesday night for an hour, took off early doors to kind of protect him for Saturday's game. Obviously, last Saturday was the, you know, talisman for us, scored that all-important first goal in the game. Obviously, we went on to draw the game 1-1. I think, you know, Jed Wallis just offers everything we got going forward, to be honest, and it's a real kind of weak link about us, because if you take him out the side, I struggle to see where the creativity comes from. But nonetheless, whilst we got him, we best use him and abuse him, because you know what, he's our talisman, and everything that comes good out of this side, I'm not exaggerating it, I really do think this is coming from Jed Wallis. So you can disagree with me, but if you watch us play, all through Jed making runs forward, Jed making runs deep, Jed looking for the ball always, and without that, I don't know where we'd be, to be honest. Next to him, he's going to score a goal Saturday, Bedekofobi. Big chance in the first half, just before half-time on Tuesday night, to get that first goal in a Millwall shirt, so to speak, in a competitive game. Obviously, he scored 2 a couple of weeks before at Ipswich in our second-to-last pre-season game. I just want to see Fobi get that goal. And I think if you keep giving him the chances, you know, he's a kind of real quality striker. He will score more than he misses. You know, we look at criticism for Bodvartson and Bradshaw, obviously Sahal last season. I think Fobi's a different type of striker. You create the chances for him, he will score more than he misses. So fingers crossed, that's the game on Saturday for us, where he turns up, scores a couple of goals, we win 3-0, and everyone goes home happy. Well, we won't be going home, we're going to the pub and celebrating, won't we? So, yeah, that's my team. I think Rat will go for that. The only contentious one for me is obviously the right side, who he would go for, either Ballard in the defence or Leonard, or potentially push Leonard to midfield and have Evans back in the side. Again, up for decision, but what a great problem to have as a manager, to have all these players, you know, competing for places. Like I said, Roma could have easily come in at right wing back. You could have Murray Wallace playing left side centre half, but Cooper's come back in. And up top even, Bradshaw done himself no bad anyway, is that the right word to say? Because, you know, he really was lively on Tuesday, and the Phobie, if he doesn't score, Bradshaw could come in and you never know, Bradshaw might score some goals again. So, yeah, there you go. That's my 11. Let me know what you think with a comment below. Like the video if you're new, and be sure to subscribe and check out more of our content. Check out our latest podcast, because it was a blinder. So, yeah, up the Lions. Hopefully we do the business on Saturday, and we will see you on Sunday for our post-match podcast. Hopefully talk about a 3-0 win. So, yeah, I'll speak it to an existence, because if I keep talking about a 3-0 win, it's going to happen, right? We'll see.